In this video, I'm going to show you how I convinced ChatGPT that magic is real. Okay, I tried to, but I think I grabbed a little bit of a win in this. So I've been a magician for a long time, so I thought this would be an interesting approach to take with this trend of AI and using AI that everyone's talking about. So I downloaded ChatGPT for the first time. I guess I'm behind the times. And we got right into it with the central question. Is magic real? I expected to kind of be met with this based on some other YouTubers I had watched trying to get philosophical with AI, which is that I did get an answer, but it was according to, some stipulations. It wasn't just a straight yes or no, of course.
Magic, as depicted in folklore, fantasy, and popular culture involving supernatural forces or powers, is not real. There is no scientific evidence supporting the existence of such magic.
So it talked about scientific principles and why magic has not been, observed evidentially. Talked about how magic has other explanations, basically. So, okay, here was my window. And again, I'm not trying to prove anything to you in this video. This is just for the meme, okay?
It feels like somebody wants to sell me something!
I told you he was on to us!
But I knew from a standpoint of argument that I could at least try to take advantage of the limits of scientific discovery. If you're able to take what ChatGPT is saying to you and say back to it, hey, you said this, doesn't that mean this? And so I teed it up for that, and I basically said like, hey, you said that this is not scientifically explainable. Is that even a category we can put it in? Because if something that is outside the realm of science happens, would science or scientific empirical method be able to verify it, essentially?
You raise a thought-provoking point. By definition, the supernatural falls outside the natural laws and phenomena that science seeks to understand and explain. This creates an inherent challenge for scientific verification.
You raise an interesting point, it said. Don't flatter me. Don't flatter me, ChatGPT. This isn't a real interaction. So like if I made something float, for example, you couldn't say, well, scientifically, things can't float, right? So this is kind of where I was trying to play on it with it. And I just wanted to see what it would say. It went into how philosophically this is kind of a situation where there are limits, but it did kind of double down. It was like, philosophically, yes, good job, Michael, claps for you. You kind of have named like an admitted limitation that natural discovery has.
This doesn't necessarily mean that supernatural events cannot occur. Rather, it means that they fall outside the methods and scope of scientific inquiry.
So that's where I did decide to double down. I just wanted to see if I could get it to acknowledge this limitation even more.
Technically, the possibility of supernatural events cannot be completely ruled out, especially given the limitations of human knowledge and scientific inquiry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
However, because supernatural phenomena are defined as outside the scope of natural laws and scientific understanding, they remain in the realm of personal belief and philosophical speculation rather than empirical science.
So my win that I tried to run away with that was that I at least got ChatGPT to say like, yes, technically, science couldn't say by necessity of what it is, right? So anyway, I'm not a philosopher. I'm not a PhD. I was just having fun with ChatGPT.
Sometimes my genius it's almost frightening.
I asked for its favorite magic trick. It said it didn't have one, because AI say that they don't have preferences.
As an AI, I don't have personal experiences or preferences, but I can share that one of the most universally admired magic tricks is the cups and balls routine.
So from that standpoint, I do approve of its choice. I think cups and balls is a great illusion, and don't knock it until you try it. Just to be a magic nerd for a second, I think it really well portrays the psychology of magic and the patterns so that then you can break the pattern at the end. It just flows nicely. If you see a good cups and balls routine, they are entertaining to this day. And of course, I had to ask ChatGPT what it would do if it had magical abilities. Because, I feel like that's what people ask each other, like you and your friends. It's like, what would your favorite superpower be? Or if you had a superpower, what would you do? It did take the super moral high ground with saying how it would save the world with all of these genuinely good things, which is fine, which is fair. But, you know, I just wanted it to be like, I think invisibility is cool, you know, something like that.
Healing and well-being, environmental restoration, education and knowledge, acts of wonder, peace and harmony,
and world peace.
So yeah, that's the little conversation I had with ChatGPT about magic. What'd you think of it? Are there other magic things I should ask ChatGPT? Do you think like AI could ever create a truly original illusion? Do you think that's possible now, or do you think it will be someday in the future? What do you think about that? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But as always, keep enjoying your magic. Stay a hobbyist at heart, which means keeping magic fun for you and pursuing that fun of magic. Be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you guys in the next video.